Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Fast Fishing. Sorry I didn't have one out last week, just kind of got busy with life and stuff, you know how that goes. Today we're going to be talking about fishing reels, the gear ratios, what lures you should be throwing with each gear ratio and why. So let's get right into it. Alright, first things first, let's talk about those gear ratios and what they mean to you. So, this is a 5-4 to 1 reel. What that essentially means is every time I turn that handle one full revolution, the spool itself is going around 5.4 times. It's going to be the same thing on a 7 to 1 or any other gear ratio for that matter. For every turn of the handle, one full revolution, that's going to represent how many times that spool goes around. Now, for each particular speed, I like to use specific things with them. Now, if I'm using the reel like this 5.4 to 1, I am going to specifically be throwing things like the deep diving crankbait. I'm going to be throwing things like this big Huddleston. I might even be throwing drop shot, things where I want a little more control over my speed. I can slow it down if I have to, really creep it along, or if I really need to get it back, I can really speed it up and get it back. Pretty impatient guy. Sometimes it's hard, especially throwing those big swim baits. You know, you really got to creep it along. You got to keep it coming back to the boat at a pretty steady pace. You know, you might pop it every now and again or do different things, but I get really impatient. If I'm using something with a higher speed ratio, I'm really going to mess that up, and it's just going to affect my fishing. Now, on the high end, the 7 1-to-1s or even higher, because there are some out there that are faster than that nowadays, I'm going to be throwing things like this River to Sea popping frog. I'm going to be throwing a punching setup. I may be throwing my flipping jigs where I'm flipping them into heavy cover. Anything that I'm going to be throwing into an area where I want to get that thing out of there really fast. Once I set the hook and get that fish on, I want to be able to get it back in a hurry. Thus, I'm going to use that higher speed reel. Now, for my Texas rigs, for my football head jigs, things are going to be more in open water, things that may not be buried deep into the cover, you know, like those other things. I may use the 6-3 to 1. That's pretty common for me. I flip Senkos with a 6-3 to 1, or maybe on a spinning reel, which is going to have a whole different set of gear ratios, but it's, you know, they are what they are. Well, I hope you guys really enjoy this video. I enjoy doing them for you guys. Hit that like and subscribe button. You can always check me out on Twitter at Texas John Fishing without the G, or on Instagram at Texas John Fishing. Share the channel with your friends. We'll be doing another monthly giveaway for the month of October, and so stay tuned for that, and thanks again for watching.